Good morning and welcome to another church review. Today we're going to Culcheth Christian Fellowship in Culcheth, funnily enough. And I've brought my good buddy Adam today, who's still getting changed at the side of me, so we are running a little bit late here. I slept in as well, so it's both our faults. But we're only going to miss about 8 minutes of the service, and from what I remember from last time I went, which was quite a few years ago, that will still be plenty time to sample the ample worship. So let's see what we think, shall we? Back in the car now after being at Culcheth Christian Fellowship. What do we think? Well, first thing to notice when you go in is that the building is great. It's a modern building, very spacious. They've got plenty of seating, and there's real scope for opportunities to do things in different rooms, like Sunday school in one room or a Bible study in another room with the youth. Kitchen's great. Nice seating area at the back that you've got them bifolding kind of partitions where you can make it a lot bigger if you need to fit more people in. And I have been in there once when somebody was giving the testimony, and the place was absolutely full, and they used that whole back section as well. So great scope for development there. And while we're talking about testimonies, the wife of the guy who's preaching gave a little testimony about something that's happened in her life, and it was really encouraging. And it was about how her son had come back home with a girl, and she was pregnant, not even with his child, and yet from that situation of living in the house with them in separate rooms, of course, and she eventually became a Christian. And then a year later, her son became a Christian. He was going out with this girl, so it's a wonderful story to hear of how God had done that. And then her husband got up and he preached very well. And it was more like, rather than a study, it was more like sticking to a theme, which was that to keep your eyes on Jesus, which is obviously a great thing to be reminded of, brought from how they were told to keep their eyes on the ark as it went into the River Jordan, and the Jordan dried up. So it was a good illustration there that kept getting revisited with many of the things that he was talking about. And then we had a lovely cup of tea afterwards, and great fellowship, great time of getting around biscuits and coffee. And I'll tell you what, you'll struggle to find friendlier people in the Northwest. Wonderful, lovely, friendly fellowship there. You will, if you go along, you will be really welcomed. Some lovely people there, and I knew some of them, so it was good to say hello. I've not been for so long, and they were like, right, we need to book you in for preaching. So I've even got a preaching engagement out to go in today. So that was a blessing as well. So all in all, I'd say fantastic church. Really, you get along to it. The worship was great. And now I said at the beginning, didn't I, we'd probably going to catch some of the worship. And I was thinking to myself, actually, are we going to get the worship? Because when we got in there, we were already the lady was already giving her testimony. And I thought we missed out on it here because we're so late. But all they did was they just switched it to the end. So they had a good ample time of worship at the end. And sometimes you know, you can in Pentecostal churches, you know, you can be singing for quite a long time, but it didn't feel like too long at all. Perhaps that was because with me breaking my foot, I was sat down through the whole of it. But no, it was really good song choices, and I enjoyed my time there immensely. So yeah, get along 10:30 on a Sunday morning, Culcheth Christian Fellowship. It's good when it adds.
That was a lovely blessing.